We live, baby.
Word, word. Hey,
Yes.
welcome, welcome. This is episode one of Four Corner Cinema with
Yes, sir.
Ari and Adrian. We're excited for this project on Suplex Dinner Club. My name's Adrian. This is the
I'm Ari.
homie Ari.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
We are here. I like how this like Ari and Adrian, Four Corner
Yeah,
Cinema.
man.
It just flows. It just flows. I
Yeah,
like how this sounded.
no doubt, no doubt. Well, we're both diehard wrestling fans, bro. But
Yeah.
one thing that I've learned through our time podcasting is both of us are really into movies and TV shows and all of that
hmm
stuff. So, uh, you and I going back and forth talking about this, something that we're both excited about. We're excited to share with the listeners. So, all right, let the people know a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, man. So, like you said, you came with this concept with me, and like I said, we're both big fans of wrestling, both big fans of movies, and to bring these two worlds together is something I've always loved to do. And we've seen it happen in, what I'm saying, in the cinema world, and it's a great feeling when you see one of your favorite wrestlers on a movie. So to bring that
Definitely.
together with two guys like of our nature that really loves this shit is fun. So a little bit about myself, man, when it comes to me with cinema, I remember just walking to the downtown theaters with my grandma and my aunt and being so excited to go see movies like Batman Forever when I was a kid that I ran into big ass glass doors that I didn't even see because I'm just sitting there like, oh, the pictures and it was just like, oh
Right.
shit. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're really too hype right now. But I've always been like that with cinema, like just the rollouts, the great trailers, the feeling you get going from arc one to arc two to arc three of a film has always been an exciting adventure to me. That's one thing I say about when I'm listening to music, when I'm watching movies, or just experiencing any type of form of entertainment. If I want it to be fun, I want it to feel like an adventure. And when I'm done, I can be like, wow, that was an experience. So when it comes to me with films, I like to go into it and really be immersed into the stories. You know what I'm saying? Be in the world
Definitely.
that they're creating for us. And to be able to see great cinema throughout time, saying from the oldest of the old to the MCU of today, it's always a
Hmm.
great, saying seeing how different what type of different adventure you can go on when you press play or when you enter that movie theater. So that's the greatness I get out of cinema is like I said, just finding that next adventure.
I feel that. I feel that, bro. Let's get into it, man. Most of the listeners of Suplex Dinner Club know that I'm big into wrestling,
Yes.
big into college football, sports, that sort of thing.
hmm
But when it comes to the movies, like you said, man, it just gives me those feelings of nostalgia, of
Yes.
hanging out with the family on Fridays, whether we're going to the movies or a blockbuster night. Like I felt
Ooh,
that
yes.
was like perfect childhood. Uh, you get the book it joint where
hmm
okay, the name of the game is we go to Blockbuster to either get a movie or video game. Then we go to Pizza Hut, get the little book it joint, and
Yes.
then you go into the house and y'all take turns on the VCR. Essentially, it wasn't as easy as accessible as it is today, where if I want to watch something, I can pull out the phone and
Bam.
watch it.
She got a
So
tablet over there. She got TV, laptop. Everybody got access. You don't got to hog the TV anymore.
exactly. So I mean, when I think about movies, that's what I think about. I just think about those Friday nights, the whole family together in the living room. We're watching something a Disney movie that my little sister's into, even though I don't want to watch it,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to watch it because one TV, one VCR type
Yeah.
situation. So
Yep.
yeah, man.
It was definitely like that, man. Like just being able to have those nights. You really just took me back with the Blockbuster Pizza Hut combo because for some reason they were always right there
Hand in
next to each
hand.
other. Like I
Facts.
feel like it was something in the air with that. Because now that you say that, and I just okay, because the
Facts.
Blockbuster was right there, and Pizza Hut right
Mm-hmm.
across the street. That
Always
is
close
no
by each other.
coincidence, dog. That is no coincidence. Please let us
By
know if y'all
design.
had a Pizza Hut buyout Blockbuster, because now I feel like it's a conspiracy now. Like
Facts.
they knew what they was doing. But yeah,
Facts.
man, that just
Facts.
walking through and man, just and you see with so much media today, that people are recreating blockbusters for nostalgia, or they had
Hmm.
one for Airbnb to just go through and just go through those memories, and just that whole day of just like you said, picking out those movies, having those moments with the family. It was so great. I remember on it used to be either on TBS or TNT, but they used to have that movie block. I forgot it was called, but the theme song used to be like peas and cornbread, doom doom doom, peas and
Yes,
cornbread.
correct.
Peas and cornbread. Peas and cornbread. Peas and cornbread.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
what it was called, but there was their little movie block of the night, and they would play classics on there, bro. Classics. I'm sitting there watching new joints, old joints. I don't know how many times I watched The Negotiator on that channel. Like, like dog, I've seen that movie so many times, but just like I said, having those moments where the family sit down, we all just watch the movie blocks, and TNT still does it to this day. They just play hella Marvel movies, but
Right, right,
they
right.
still
That's
have
their
those jobs
bag
where
now.
families can sit down, relax, and just watch a good movie for free, for real, for real, for real. And I miss those times. I mean, like I said, you still have them, but those were the great things, and still are the great things that we can do with cinema. That you can have that access to it now.
If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, look us up on socials at Suplex Dinner Club. And be sure to check out our other projects. We talk college football on Dogs versus All Y'all. That's a weekly college football podcast where we don't just talk about the Georgia Bulldogs, we talk about all things college football. The Life and Times Pod, which is short for the Life and Times of a Restaurant Lifer podcast, where I have some chill conversations with some cool and interesting people that I've met in my years in the hospitality industry. And of course, check out Talk 'em in the Building. That's a pro wrestling podcast where we solely focus on the promo. We talk about the talkers, we hype the hype man, and we pontificate on the promo. It's a fun project, and if you're a pro wrestling fan, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. The Suplex Dinner Club family is growing, and I would love for you to be a part of it.
But we kind of see now that it's a void since COVID, that people miss the feeling of going to a theater and being
Right.
in that whole experience. Like, it was, nobody could recreate the movie experience of Marvel Endgame. That probably
Man,
will
that's a
never
fact.
be recreated again, dude. And I've seen so many. I've seen a compilation of, like, people going crazy in the Marvel theaters for different movies, whether it was Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight. I mean, whatever, which one, or different films where it had crazy endings, even like Shutter
Right.
Island, like just crazy endings. But that one for Endgame, and also being a part of it,
Hmm.
dude, that was just monumental. You would have thought you were at like the final, like for a soccer championship, or like the NBA finals or something. And somebody just had the clutch. Like, everybody went crazy. And it's things like that, that experiencing that with a bunch of people you don't know
Right.
at a theater, and then possibly just talking about the movie with a bunch of strangers after. What did you get out of it? What I like, those are things you don't experience at home when you're watching it by yourself or with a
Right.
couple. It's just, you may, but it's just those things you might have met a new friend at a movie theater that you probably just discussing movies, bro. Like, it's different things that the movie theaters brought out of moviegoers that we really don't get to experience anymore, because we have these so many outlets to watch this shit now. Like, and I mean, I'm probably a person that definitely got, how can I say this, got caught up in the whole streaming binging era of COVID, because it was just so
Right.
convenient.
So
Movie drops,
convenient.
it's here already. I can watch it. Like, that was, oh my god, I was spoiled, man. Like, but I'm starting to miss that theater feel now. Like, how have you been, like, since COVID's and the whole cinema world from since COVID to where we are now? Has it made you lazier?
Well, I think COVID made all of us somewhat lazier
Oh,
about
Jesus.
just overall convenience of little things like going shopping and stuff like that, you
Yes.
know. But when it comes to movies, to be honest, being down here in Atlanta,
Oh,
they didn't really shut down too much.
yeah,
So
I forgot.
it wasn't near as drastic as I got homies in New York that they pretty much went crazy over the year or so. So I
Mhm.
didn't really have to experience that, although you did notice less amount of people at work when it came to movie theaters, because me and my wife will always go to the movie theaters to see like the newest MCU movie or some comic book film that we like or something that we're both excited about. But it's not nearly that same feeling as before, where the movie theater is full of employees, where it used to be 4 or 5 guys would go in there and sweep down the auditorium and all that. You only see one dude,
One
and
dude,
he's
yo.
doing everything. He's
Yeah.
doing everything.
And that's that little stint that I had at the movie theater. It was like that, yo. It really was. It was really dead. It was kind of sad, man, because like I'm expecting to go there and like just had these dope conversations with people. Hey, how'd you experience the movie? And it was like, man, it was a ghost town.
Yeah,
It was you would be lucky if you got any type of business during them days, because people really became very spoiled with it, man. And it's like after I'm gonna say spoiled, but they're precautions, man. Like you're literally sitting in a big old box with a
basically.
bunch of people who, once again, going back to that strangers, you don't know. So who knows who could be having be sick, whatever, whatever, whatever. You're just contained in that box, and people thought about it like that, you
Yeah,
know. So I can understand being in the safety of your own home and all of that such, but at this point, man, I'm back outside, bro. I like the
same.
experience of the theaters. I miss going to the drive-in theater. Shout out to them opening back up the drive-in theaters in my city.
Nice.
This is a really fun experience to like. One thing when I went to Atlanta, just seeing y'all theaters like downtown is beautiful. But that big ass
Mhm.
IMAX theater, bro, I wish we had something like that up here. That will urge people to go to the movies more. But here in Buffalo, it's more of the classical theater era. Like
Mhm.
we're a part of that. So you got Shays Performing Arts Theater, then you got North Park Theater, which is the real visual old school look of a theater. I wish I could see if I could pull it up real quick to see like how Nate, like I said, I like that they keep that energy with it. Like actually the one of the co-writers of the Avengers movies actually is from here.
Okay.
And when I think Endgame or Infinity War released, they had came here and did a showing for it. And I just thought stuff like that was cool because like for the scene of Buffalo, which is very artsy at points, that was really dope to know. Yeah, and that's it right there. Like that's it's a beautiful theater, very old school
Oh yeah.
vibes to it, you know. And those this is one of the things like we will have independent films come here, or you have like they'll play classic joints or just things for the classical movie lover. And then you have like I think is the Amherst Theater, which is pretty much that old school look. You know what I'm saying? This is what they get off of for here in Buffalo, other than the big, you know what I'm saying, glitz and glam. But I think it's needed here also. Like when they had
Definitely.
the four, they were doing showings for like the four screen IMAX theaters, and they were playing like the new Mission Impossible, Avatar. I think they did Super Mario Brothers and another joint. I would have loved to see it in that type. Imagine I wanted to see Oppenheimer in that type of screening and shit like that. Like, dude, like I think us like movie towns like this need that type of balance where you can have for the old school shit, but also have for the futuristic viewers too,
Hmm.
man. I just really love how theaters can elevate the experience even more. Like I wasn't a big 3D guy. Like
Okay.
going to see Final Destination 3D fucked me up because I was just like, this is trash. Like this is not what I thought was gonna be like. This what y'all got for Star Wars? Cause I didn't this ain't it, man. That was my first 3D movie too. Cause I don't think I
Mm.
went to go see Spy Kids 3D as a kid. I don't think I went to go see it, but that was my
I
first.
remember seeing a Saw movie in 3D, and that shit stunk.
Yeah, see, like 3D movies, horror. Yeah, I don't think it just meshes. I
Hmm.
think they should just edit that. But that was a terrible 3D experience. But when I see like great IMAX films, or like I said, those four screen, the sound is amplified, the chairs is shaking with
Right.
the energy of the movie, like all of that is amazing to me. And I think more theaters, whether I don't want to say big or small because some cities can't really afford that shit. You know what I'm saying? But man, if you could get the chance to get out and go to another type of theater of that type of experience, man, do it. Yeah, I think it just makes like that experience for people who are spoiled from since COVID, sticking at home, being in that environment and just comfortability to take
Right.
your movie experience up a level to even want you to come outside. Because now
Fact.
you people, oh, I gotta pay this, I gotta pay that, whoop de whoop. When the movie experience you're experiencing, it might be worth it. Well, not the $40 in food, but the ticket price may be like I don't mind paying a $20 ticket if it's worth the experience. You know,
Definitely.
the movie is
Definitely.
good, the experience is good. I'm cool with that. The food we'll eat before we get here. You know what I'm saying? That's I'm good
Or
on that.
sneak it.
Oh yeah, yeah. If
I
if
mean,
your lady
we
got a
all
good, nice,
yeah we
circulated purse, you know what I'm
yeah
saying? Like, do your
no
thing,
doubt.
do your thing. And brothers who with you, who the brothers that want to wear their swag bags or their messenger bags, as they call them. You know what I'm saying? The satchels.
Right.
Sneak some snacks in there too, then if you're gonna be added to the pot. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
I know y'all guys out here with your bag. I got me a it's not a satchel, but it's one of them old like uh military bag type joints that I
Right.
use and shit like that. I'ma sneak some shit in there. I can fit some of that shit in there. Please believe you'll have a medium fry and a burger in that bitch, bro.
Straight up.
But nah,
Straight
man,
up.
I think it's definitely great where we're at right now with film, and it's getting back to where, like I said, it's even though I know it's the streaming war versus the theater people, you know what I'm saying? People, it's been a back and forth where people have been trying to like even the actors, directors have been really wanting fans to get back into the theaters to experience these films in the right way that they intended them to be experienced. Because you know they make movies for the
To be
actual viewing
viewed
in
in
the
the
theater.
theater.
You know now people
Right.
are making it for your viewing at home, but it's nah. As I got to give credit to a lot of the OGs that are trying to get it back to where it should be to experience a film. And I said it's been good to have the balance. Like I don't know, I was watching something last night, and I don't know, I seen like 4 or 5 different ads for new movies that are going to be hitting Netflix.
Mm.
No theater, then straight to Netflix. All like to the point where I was like, damn, I could see where these, you know what I'm saying, the movie creator directors or writers and such are started to feel a certain way about these streaming platforms just kind of taking away
Bullying the
that
shit. Yeah.
experience of the film where it's just
Hmm.
straight to I'm starting to see why a lot of these movies don't have that same sticking to your ribs feel. Like the
Right.
trailer would be great. Like the new joint was like Mahershala Ali, who would think
We
Mahershala
watched that
Ali,
last night
yo,
with Julia
okay,
Roberts.
yeah,
Yeah.
Julia Roberts and such like that. I
Yeah.
haven't checked it yet, but the trailer looked at. I was like, okay, all right, I could check this shit out. But and not saying that film, but it's other films that been like that. Were perfect example. The Gray Man, the Gray, what was it called? The Gray Man with
Hmm.
Chris Evans and my boy Roderick. What was it? Roderick Gosling. I'm about to Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling. The trailer, I'm like, oh, this shit looked like it's heat. And the movie was okay at best. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It gave you standard action movie shit, but nothing really to stick to your ribs. Like the way the trailer set it up for you, and you got Ryan Gosling, you know, fucking my nigga fucking ooh, I can't there's so many movies that he's just goaded in, but Driver or fucking what's the joint? Blade Runner. Like he's
Hmm.
especially from Blade Runner to see him in shit like that. I'm like, all right, you about to get that shit. And then you know Chris Evans come from MCU. He just you know this is a shit. Just didn't really come off well. Chris Evans is a great bad guy, but I don't know. It just didn't really hit me the same way. Like even
Yeah.
like the Irishman. I love the Irishman. I love the movie, but it's parts of it that's just like it don't
Yeah.
hit the same way as like Casino does or like
Right.
good like that long drawn out story. It just didn't certain parts just don't hit the same. But Scorsese going Scorsese, so I'm a
That's a
little
fact.
biased. If y'all gonna hear me on this spot, just know I am damn near Martin Scorsese biased, bro. Like I love damn near all of his films. There's some that I haven't seen, but it's just some joints I just can't not deny. Like, but yeah, like it's it's tough. It's tough with it because I don't know. I like even with him. Like you got him on this whole real cinema versus MCU cinema thing,
Mm-hmm.
whereas is pretty much driving a wedge between the new viewers of cinema versus the old viewers of cinema, which is, I said, I feel like it's different pockets of this beef, whether it's watching movies at home, watching them in a theater, how you know what I'm saying, how you making movies now versus how movies are made then, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever. It's like everybody, you can see this, it's a urge for some type of wants. Like I said, people want the old school feel. Like I said, going to the theaters, blah blah blah, do this, do that. People have fuck all of that. I'd rather be at home with my family.
Right.
I don't gotta run out, spend all of that money. I see the perks in both. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I don't think it's right for. I'm gonna be right. Martin Scorsese is my guy, but I don't think it's right the way he's going at these MCU movies. To say that they're not films or like they're not real cinema or you're not really getting a real feeling out of them. Like I think that's a slap in the face when you got actors like Robert Downey Jr. who's been acting his ass off with this character of Iron Man, or Chris
Right.
Evans who's really elevated his career as an actor through Captain America. Like let's be real. I only knew Chris Evans only because of Not Another Teen Movie, bro. He
That's a
was
fact.
Jake Wilder to me before Captain America. And people who probably seen him in other films, hey, yo, shout out to y'all. But dog, I knew that man as Jake fucking Wilder. And to see the range that he showed me with Captain America, and then after with Snowpiercer, and then fucking I think Snowpiercer was in between. It might have been right after, I'm not sure. But then Knives Out, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, whoa, okay, bro, you got range out the wild. Like you are
Right.
an actor. Gotta give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And then you got like guys like Mark Ruffalo, who's been in this shit forever, who's probably one of the most underrated actors of
Definitely.
our time. Like, dude, I've seen this dude in so many great movies that he's just always been good. Like fucking Collateral, playing the cop in Collateral, or what's that one little rom com film he was in? I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it right now. I forgot who was in it.
Mm.
But just he's always played solid, good roles, and to see what he did with Hulk outside coming off of the two, you know what I'm saying, joints that they did, like knowing what he kind of was up against with this role and what he's done with it, I gotta give him his
Knocked it out the
props,
park.
bro. Like
Yeah.
I gotta give him his props to the point where I really do want that Hulk movie with him. I feel like he's gonna kill it.
That's
But
a fact.
like I said, it's just I think it's a slap in the face personally because those dudes put in some really good and just the emotion that those films have brought out of people, whether you were comic book readers or not. That's
Right.
something that like I don't know, like for somebody who trying to think of a good movie that like I don't know. That's like saying the same shit about like you know what I'm saying, the Dark Knight Returns. You ain't gonna say that about Dark Knight Returns. You know what I'm saying? You gonna say that to Christopher Nolan? That his movies? Yeah, I wish you
No.
would. I
Right.
wish you would. You know what I'm saying? But the thing what I like about MCU is because they put me on the new directors. They put me on a new
That's
writer that I've never heard of. I never heard of the Russo brothers before that. But
yeah.
after watching, I'll check out their films. I liked 21 Bridges when it came out. You know what I'm saying? I liked the Extraction. You know what I'm saying? I like the pocket of movies that they make. I became a fan of their style of film
Mm-hmm.
through the MCU. You know what I'm saying? So I can't sit here and shit on what they've done in cinema and act like they haven't brought new type of viewings to movies, a new experience to movies. Like we be in that bitch ganged up like it's a party for this shit.
No
You know what I'm
question
saying?
about it.
People staying after for Marvel for credits. People staying after for credits. What? Never heard of that until
They
Marvel,
made
bro.
that the wave. Yep. They
Yeah,
made
so
that the
like
wave for
Martin
all of these
Scorsese,
films.
real shit, man. Martin
Mm-hmm.
Scorsese got to slow down a little bit, bro. Like you goated for like forever. Like Killers of the Flower Moon might be still up there for one of the best movies of this year.
Right.
But it's just like when he do things like that, I can see why he talks the shit he talks. But you can't. Everybody can't live in your world, man. We are movies, and everything is always going to evolve. Everything is
That's a
always going
fact.
to evolve, bro. So I
That's a
can't
fact.
never sit there and shit on like, yeah, MCU has been having a shitty year, and he might be sitting back like, tired to tell y'all niggas. But when you see shit like Guardians of the Galaxy 3,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see Loki, beautiful show.
They cooked on that.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Even I forgot what's the other joint. I personally love No Way From Home. I don't want to say personally, 'cause I think it's a great movie. I ain't even gonna do that like people just try to make it seem like that was a terrible
Mm-hmm.
movie or something. I thought that was a great movie. You know what I'm saying? Like the ending, all of that. Like it's a great parts of emotion that they bring out of you, whether you're a fan of the comics or not, or you became a fan of them through the movies. I
Mm-hmm.
love what they bring out of you because like those they treat the movies exactly like comic books to the point where you gotta come back next year when they drop that next issue. You better be there to follow up and see what happened after that last joint. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And it's like, come on, son. It wasn't too many people really doing that. Like when you had a cliffhanger for like it wasn't even a cliffhanger for like Rocky. You when you see Rocky 2, you went to watch Rocky 2 because you were fucking with the character. Didn't
Right.
leave you
Right.
over nowhere. You're like, oh damn, I gotta see it, or it maybe it was the punch at the end or some shit like that where it was like, well, I gotta see this
You
fight.
wonder
Or
what
like,
happened. Right. Right.
yeah, like what happened after, maybe stuff like that. So, but I don't know. I think I love how they, like I said, especially that I've been getting back into my comic readings and such. So just seeing how they would leave you and you'd be like, God damn it, I gotta go to the next one. Like, and that's what they really do with these movies. So I gotta give them their credit. And like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to what the DCU is doing right now. I'm not about to make this a whole Marvel DCU show because, like I said, we definitely gonna be talking about more cinema than that, y'all. So
Right.
people that come up here to get y'all comic reviews, nah, it's go to Comic Historian for that. You know what I'm saying? Go to New Rockstar. We'll get some. You know what I'm saying? When Peacemaker come around, you know what I'm saying? Or will you see
We
some
locked
wrestlers,
in.
you know, but we'll be locked in. But neither here nor there. I think it's definitely a great thing that they've been doing. Like I said with the DCU, they've been getting so much shit over these years. Motherfucking James Gunn was like, "Yo, I see that y'all fuck with the energy that I'm doing. They fuck with it. All right, let me just go in and take control of this whole shit." Blue
Right.
Beetle was a solid movie. You know what I'm saying? What's the joint? We wait for the is the Penguin series gonna be within the? I'm not sure how that whole Batman world works with him.
I don't know if that's a part of the new DC under James Gunn, but I know it's supposed to be on HBO Max and it's within that the Batman world.
Yeah, I
So
just wonder how he's like. Does he have say in that shit, or is like Matt Reeves just he holds that
that's
little
my shit.
department
Yeah,
down?
you stay over there.
Stay over
We
there,
gon'
bro. I got this.
we
I
gonna
don't know
do
about them
yeah
other niggas before I got here, but
right
we good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Soaking in the rain, whatever that
right
song,
right
that Nirvana shit.
straight
That,
emo
I
Batman.
love that
It's
movie,
crazy.
boy. That movie is super emo, bro. It is so hilarious. But dog,
Yeah,
I can't
man.
wait for that Penguin series, dude. Because you talk about a actor who's had an amazing resurgence over these past couple years, dude.
Hmm.
Like, oh my god, y'all would understand for me. I blank a lot for people's names, but Colin Farrell, yes,
Colin Farrell. Yeah,
right there. People didn't even know it was
didn't
like,
even know it was him. Yeah.
I love acting like that, where it's like take your it's like with Axiom from NXT with his gimmick where it's like I'm putting the mask on so you take away from pretty much take away my ego out of the ring and out of my character and such and that y'all literally just focus on the art. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And when he puts on all that makeup, I think you're literally just there to focus on the art of his acting and just the I won't really say method acting because more so you just really have to study Penguin and just the way he's knocking it out. And dog, this is an Irish man, or I think he's Irish,
Hmm.
but just to hear that gritty New York accent that he
Right.
pulls off, oh my god, bro. Like he is knocking this role out of the park that I cannot wait for this series. Cause what I always call him Pete Dunne, but the dude that played Penguin in
Hmm.
Gotham, what
Oh
he
yeah,
did.
yeah,
Yeah, I always call
yeah.
him Pete Dunne because Pete Dunne just kind of looks like him to me for some reason. but yeah, like what he's done for the Penguin character in this generation since Michael Keaton's Tim Burton's
Hmm.
Batman
Danny
with Danny
DeVito.
DeVito. Yeah, like what. and like he did amazing with that role. And to see what generation how it took so long we get this, and he did amazing with it. And now you got Colin Farrell taking the throne of it. I think it's just like, yo, shout out to the people who take this Penguin role really serious, dog. Cause I don't know, like in the grand scheme of Rogue Gallery, how high people put Penguin
Mm-hmm.
in like their ranking. I know he's like criminal underworld, like lord type shit, but in the Rogues Gallery, how hard do y'all, you know what I'm saying, in a sense of challenge to Batman? But when I see him get this much like focus and much care to his character, it's just I gotta commend people for that. Because some people could just be like, all right, I ain't the Joker.
Right.
I ain't this. I ain't
That's
this.
where all the attention goes on the
You know what I'm
Joker.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
nah, I got this. I'm gonna turn up with this shit. And dude, man, to really take a character like Penguin who is ugly looking and short and all of this and really bring in real talk for the Gotham and the Gotham character, he really brought real good emotion to it. And then with
Mm-hmm.
Colin Farrell, he really brought that real gritty New York criminal underworld version of him
It
out, you
seems
know?
super authentic.
Very authentic.
It
And then,
just
Tim
didn't
Burton,
seem like a comic book character. It seemed
nah,
like
that's where the Tim
somebody.
Burton version comes
Right.
in.
Right.
Tim Burton really
Facts.
felt like the exact or how he looked in the TV show, like
Mm-hmm.
how Penguin looked in the TV shows, how they had him looking in that joint, and I thought it was really great, man. Like I'm not super ecstatic about every single film that comes out. Oh shit, I forgot I had this. I'm talking about this movie and I got this shit sitting right here. Yo,
Oh, nice,
dog.
nice.
I swear to God on my life, that was not no like random. I was just really just saying, talking. I just looked down. Oh shit, I forgot I got this joint, dog. Yo, and I'm looking at the character right there, dog.
Yeah,
Damn,
that's
Danny
fire,
DeVito,
man.
the same thing, dog. Like looking at this, like you look quick, you would not know that's Danny DeVito unless you
Mm-hmm.
really focus and be like, okay. But dog, it's so changed than when you see, and we know Danny DeVito is so underrated as an actor, bro. Especially with the shit that he does on Always Sunny in
Always
Philadelphia.
sunny. Yeah.
Like, come on, the range is crazy. But just to see how you really just morph into a character like that, and like I said, you taking all of the ego out. Like you see Michael Keaton, you see, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Mm-hmm.
you don't really know that's Danny DeVito. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fuck.
And to show that, like, nah, I gotta take that means I gotta take it up more with my acting. And to see like what he's done and you know what I'm saying, what Colin Farrell has done with the character, man, I gotta give him applause for that. Cause I can't wait for the series, bro. I'm so intrigued with this whole Bat universe that they're building, except for that Joker. I don't know about that Joker.
Yeah, that was kind of my low point of that film.
I
Like
don't
when
know
that
about
first came out, I was like, if y'all would have kept him out of it, I would have been all in on this film. Plus, I was kind of weird on emo Bruce Wayne because
right. Like
that's just not who I identify as Bruce Wayne.
and it's like I'm not too mad at it because I got from the movie, and it's not a Batman review. I'm just thinking about shit I never really talked about with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Long Halloween fan. I love that comic. That was like when I first got into comics, which is very late in my life. I didn't buy comics as a kid.
Okay.
I watched the TV shows, but long story short, Long Halloween, I watched the motion comic of it, and then I ended up like reading along with it later on. But that was my introduction to comics, and just I would love the story so much, and seeing how like this was the building of the world of Batman that we come to love
Mm-hmm.
with all of these different rogues gallery of characters and such, and to see how it changed over time. Like the movie pretty much is the Long Halloween, for lack of better term. It starts with like the monologue that he does, whatever. You see the evolution of his rogues gallery to a smaller scale. You go from the gangsters, and then at the end you get mildly introduced to the craziness or the wrench in the wrench in the system that was Joker. Because
Mm-hmm.
Joker wasn't your stereotypical old school gangster. He wasn't with the mobs or nothing like that that Batman had to deal with. So it was new for him. You know what I'm saying? So I can see how, and mind you, the Long Halloween was only Batman's second year of being Batman. You know what I'm saying? So
Makes
when
sense.
so when they introduced it, I'm like, okay, I if you're sticking to the comic, all right, he did like find out or be introduced at least to Joker mildly early, but their war that they got, nah, ain't really get that deep until, like, I mean, gradually it did because he had to deal with them, but it's, I don't know. They changed so much shit with Batman and Joker throughout time that it's no solid story on their history, but I'm interested to see where they go with it because you already threw it out there, so you kind of gotta work with it now. You know what I'm saying? You already
Definitely.
opened a door, so now it's either you pretty much. I think they should go the Gotham route, and it's like put focus, but not too much focus on them. Like you do have also other characters in the fucking world that you can work with. Like you do have Penguin here. You do have,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Motherfucking the old school you still have the I think Falcone was there or no, I don't know. But like I said, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it's so much Batman material out here that they can find a way to go different. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope Matt Reeves and them find, in which this movie did feel different. You know what I'm saying? It felt
Definitely
more,
did.
way more grounded, way more
Hmm.
grounded than usual.
Switching the whole vibe of the joint, making it more grounded like the Arkham series games. Like that beginning scene when he's fighting the clown, well, not the painted face guys. That remind me of
Hmm.
like Arkham City when he's just running through and you just find out you fighting these dudes. It just reminded me of that, which is like I said, the more fun part of Batman to me is when he's just getting in the streets and whooping ass. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We got to see that in that aspect where other joints, like I said, you got this the Tim Burton, you got to see more of the comic book world of Batman brought to life than the Batman Forever. Probably more intensified that shit just without Tim Burton being there. Then you say you get the Dark Knight, which is more into the brooding detective storyline of Batman, which I say, yeah,
Right.
more the brooding side of him. And the next one kind of takes that up a notch, but just him younger. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's like they don't really stray too far, but they just find different POVs to explain Batman, which is cool because it's like he's a pretty complex dude. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? That's what I'm hoping that James Gunn is able to do with the next Superman movie, the Superman Legacy joint that finally got some casting, and they're I mean, people are 50-50 with it because a lot of people they love their Henry Cavill or Cavill, however you say his name. They love that dude, but I mean, he played a great Superman, and
Yeah,
how
yeah,
that
for
shit
sure.
ended over there was disgusting. It's kind of nasty, but I mean, you got to move forward. You got to
That's the
move
way it
forward.
go.
You
That's
got
the
to
way
move
it go.
forward. And I'm interested to see what they do with the Superman Legacy joint, man,
Hmm.
because like that's the big IP. You really want to make sure you do it right. Like I said, a lot of people are very, very damn near tribal with Man of Steel.
For
Very
sure. They're
tribal with
very protective of it. They're very
very
protective. Because honestly, even though Henry Cavill looked like a good Superman, like we haven't really gotten a perfect Superman since like Christopher Reeve. If
nah.
we're really
That
talking like
that
Henry
good
Cavill looked the
balance, man.
part, Brandon Ralph looked the part, but if you're really looking at the whole scope of their film and film legacy, it's kind of flawed. You know what I'm saying? You can
Yeah,
enjoy
like
it, but it is what it is.
that's why I'm hoping like with the Legacy joint, if you can be able to like actually like we had Smallvilles, we had like I said, we got different versions of the origins and family aspect of who Superman is, but if you can just be able to just consistently build that all together,
Hmm.
like just in a is a concise way where you like I said, whether if they start or you do it this if you do it the Spider-Man way where it was like fuck the origin. You
Let's
already
just
know him
get
from being
into
dead.
it.
Let's get right into the shits.
Yeah.
I won't be mad at that either. You
No,
know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like we know this man by this point. What can you tell me different in this story that other people have told me about Superman? You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like what can you get that I would say cinematic emotion out of it that the man has still got, or but that acting connection that you got with him from Christopher Reeves, like hopefully they could find that medium.
Right.
That's the perfect. That would be perfect right there. You know what I'm saying? Or even what they had with the relationship with like what's my boy name who did Superman and Lois
Oh,
something Kane
Dean Kane.
Dean Cain. Like, I loved how they was able to do the dynamic of Superman and Lois in that show. I thought they did it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For at least live action. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Dean Cain, but that's Dean Cain. You know, they women, lady loved Dean Cain back in the day.
Did you see the newest, like, that CW series of Superman and Lois?
That's what I did see a little bit of it, and
That
that was
show
it.
was
Kind of
alright.
reminded me. It reminded me of the OG shit. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
said. If you could be able to, and it's so many things that you got to do with Superman to be able to really invoke this feeling all at once. You got to be able to show how powerful he is. You got to show how selfless he is. You got to show how low-key, like, dumb he is at times. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But that's
Naive.
just because of
He's
his
super naive. Yeah.
naive. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like niggas might have to go back and watch some Dragon Ball Z to be able to get the like perfect Superman character, bro. Like, low
That's a
funny,
fact.
like niggas did Goku exactly how you were supposed to do Superman. Like,
Yeah.
so you might have to go. Niggas might have to go and do that. But I think it's a good thing, man. That we have a lot of these IPs that we kind of got I don't want to say like stuck with, but or stuck to. I won't say bias either. Like some people are just this is all you knew. You know what I'm saying? Now is the time we're feeling like we're getting it. We got a new Batman. We got a new Superman coming up. That's a new change. It's a new generation. They deserve stuff like that. Got new Scorsese film. People don't got to go all the way back to this, or you got new Christopher Nolan films, or a lot of the greats are bringing us new classics. They're not just waiting for these new motherfuckers to come up. This is they feel like it's not it's a void right now that a lot of people ain't giving us that heat,
Right.
and it's taken for the OGs to come back outside for real. Like I mean, shout out to a lot of the new directors too that have been giving us the Ryan Coogler's, Taika Waititi's, and
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Like it's a lot of great directors out here that have been giving us great shit. But I mean, I am a little stuck. I do love my OGs, man. Like
Right.
until the motherfuckers croak,
Until
bro,
they
I'm gonna
sit
be
it
here
down. Yeah.
watching them, man.
Right.
I'm gonna be here ready, bro.
If
Like these dudes,
Spielberg
like,
says, "Hey, I got
come
new
on,
heat for you,"
come on,
we're
I
gonna
can't wait
gladly
for
accept it.
Tarantino's last one.
Mm-hmm.
This man is making it sound like it's about to be like Grand Theft Auto. Like I got a female lead. It's about to be an ode to Hollywood. But this sounds like a Grand Theft Auto movie or Grand Theft Auto game or some shit like that, bro. I don't know what I'm about to expect from this joint, bro. But like, those are and just real quick, so just to know, some of my favorite directors. If I had to say my top 5 favorite, it might sound very cliche,
Mm.
but Scorsese is number one. I get stuck really between Tarantino or Spike Lee at my number 2,
Okay.
but I'll probably go Tarantino for right now. Spike Lee at 3. I probably got fuck, because it gets tough here. I love the Coen brothers. I love the fucking I love Spielberg. I love fucking dog. It gets so tough here, man.
I feel
Damn,
you on
man.
all those. I gotta throw in George
My-
Lucas also, just because
Yeah,
he's
I'm not
he's
mad
blessed
at
the
that.
people too many times for me to
He did.
deny
I
him.
didn't to know me, y'all. I have watched bits and pieces of the Star Wars universe, but I never really got into the Star Wars universe. But
Word.
I've
Okay.
been making it my duty to do that because it's like if I can go through the MCU and people told me like, yo, if that's all the MCU is Star Wars back then. Like everything y'all experienced, like just the movie after movie, people like nerding out, running to these next joints, being immersed in this world outside of just a singular film. Like, no, this is a universe that I'm in. Star Wars had it first, and I gotta respect that. And it's like seeing like bits and pieces like Empire Strikes Back or you know what I'm saying, Phantom Menace, like seeing Darth Maul for the first time as a kid, I was like, what? This shit looked crazy.
Right.
And he had the double joint, like what?
Yeah, once he pulled out the double blade out, that was the game changer. That was the game changer. Yeah.
And I didn't never really sat with the movie, but it still impacted me. Now I'm just like, because I know the impact of the original film. I know the impact of all of these things. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very observant person. So when I seen that, I was like, damn, Samuel Jackson might get his ass whooped. Like, And how he ended up in that movie, I don't know. But I just adds to the lore
He was getting
of
his shit
Samuel
off.
Jackson being that dude, dog. Like, I feel like people, he literally, when you at a casting, you see Samuel Jackson pull up, you just leave. Because it's like, I already know this nigga getting the role. I wasn't even trying to get the main role. Like, I just
Right.
trying to get the, you know, and I already know he gonna get that shit.
Yeah, that's
Samuel
a fact.
Jackson know what he be going for, bro. Like, I ain't here to look for the lead, but I'm gonna get this role to get this check.
So salute to him and his journey, because he's been in some very obscure movies like throughout his entire career. Not just
Dude.
as a young actor, but I saw a movie that he was in that was awful, but it was like old, established already. I've already been Nick Fury, but I'm still gonna do this just because.
Oh yes, yeah. That's the things that be getting me with Samuel. Where like, you don't really need to do
Right.
this, but I think it's his. I don't want to know. I don't even know at this point.
He
Like,
ju- he
is it a
just-
love for acting? Is it to keep the bread rolling in
Mhm.
different avenues of money? Like, or
'Cause-
just because you can do it?
The movie was bad. It was bad. I was just like, why are you in this, bro? You leave this
Oh,
to Tyrese. Leave that role to Tyrese, bro.
Please! Please! Now!
I want to say the movie that I saw he was in, it had to have come out like in 2021, maybe.
Oh my!
I just
God.
know it was a bad movie. Like it was not a
Because
good
Samuel
film.
have this beard. He has some weird ass like liquor store, like, you know what I'm saying, Aki
The
beard.
$5 joints, the 3 for
Yo,
$5
what the
film.
hell? Why is he? This is why I'm be saying, like, why does he do this? Is this like comedy to him? Like, why is he doing this, dude? It look crazy, bruh. Like, nah, I gotta show you this. This man looks insane. Why does he do things like this? It's beyond me. What the hell is going on with
shit.
Sam? What the hell? He know it damn well he ain't never had no beard that big.
Yeah, he wilding. He's wild.
And it's just like, yo, why do you choose roles like this or just random characters like this? But why not is the same thing I say
That's-
also. And I feel like
that's
that's
it.
the same thing he says. Why not? I
Mhm.
got the time. I'm not a major piece in none of these niggas' movies. I can move over here. They might need Chris with Brie Larson
Right.
for 4 days. They may need me for 2. And them other 2, I'm gonna go do my other shit.
That's a fact.
I can see it. I can see it, bro. Sam Jackson is gonna find a way to get to a bag, bro.
That's a fact.
And I love it.
That's a fact.
I love that about him. Like, and that's the same thing I used to say about Angela Bassett until she started really like the difference between she's gonna find good roles though. Like she's gonna find herself in some heat. Like what she's done with the dudes that made American Horror Story. I forgot the brothers' names. But dog, she is making bread with them.
See, I've
So
never
she's-
watched that shit. I've
Dog.
always heard it was dope, but I've never
Did you
watched it.
Do you watch 911?
I've seen ads for it. I've never watched it. Is that good?
So, yes,
Really?
It
Okay.
is. So what you get out of American Horror Story is pretty much like the craziness or gruesome shit you would probably get in a film that you
Mhm.
probably wouldn't see on TV usually. You're
Mhm.
getting on there. You know what I'm saying? And the stories be really good, whoop de whoop. But when they had their success with that, they took it up another level and like went outside of horror and just gave you a regular cop show, or I don't say regular cop show, but it was supposed to be they had cops on there. You have the dispatch on there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Or you like how the firehouse or whatever. Long story short, they will give you the same gruesome shit, but like showing you how it would be like in the real world with like a dispatch call saying somebody like just fucking got ran over by a fucking tractor trailer or stuck between 2 cars. Like shit, that crazy shit that could possibly really happen.
Right.
They'll show you the visuals of it in the show. Like you're actually seeing that shit.
Oh,
and
shit.
it should be crazy, like to see it visually on TV. Like it's dope how they do it on there. And then Angela Bassett, when I mean cooks on these
she's
shows.
a
What
legend.
she did in American Horror Story, and then like they did the New Orleans, say Black Magic, saying Creole Energy.
Mm-hmm.
She was knocking that shit out the park. And then, like I said, the success of her character it was the Coven season. That was one of their most successful seasons.
Okay.
Just her role on there became so beloved that I feel like they pretty much kept her on. And then when they moved her to over here, she just been knocking it out the park. She's pretty much like the main character of the show, to the point where she gets the biggest bag on the show. You know what I'm saying? I think she is probably, if not the highest paid woman in TV, or one of the highest paid people in TV.
Nice.
And that's a great look for her, just knowing how her journey in film, like it's long overdue. The fact that she's getting it in TV before she got it in film
It's crazy.
is crazy, but well deserved.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Hustler gonna hustle whatever block they on. They're gonna get to that bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I gotta respect her for that. One of my favorite actors of all time, dude.
I feel that.
Like, and so I say that's why I want to compare her to Sam Jackson too hard, because like, and I ain't tell you, Sam Jackson can act.
Yeah.
He acts his ass off.
Definitely.
Like Hateful Eight is one of my favorite films from him, just to show his range of acting.
That was
like,
a fun movie. That was a fun
Sam,
fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie is so different, bro. That's why I love when he gets with Quentin, because it's like he just different when he's with him. It's like it's just different. You never know what kind of role you're gonna get with Sam Jackson in those roles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? From the damn coon ass nigga in Django,
yeah,
to one of the coolest niggas in cinema as motherfucking Jules, or motherfucking one of the craziest in this motherfucking Hateful Eight. Like that nigga was on his, he was standing on business
straight up
in Hateful Eight. He wasn't playing no games, son. But I just love that range he has with Quentin Tarantino, dog. But then you said you get Nick Fury, you get the Negotiator, you get Coach Carter, like that dude. And that's what I love about actors like him versus the method actors, which I love my method actors too, like Joaquin Phoenix, like guys like him. You know what I'm saying? Amazing at what he does. But it's like, can you at call when I need you to be a angry waiter, can you knock that role out? And I don't need you to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to go sit at a restaurant for 2 months and study waiters.
Right.
And
rolling
all of
silverware
this
for 2 months.
I don't need you to do all of that. Can you be the waiter, bro?
Right.
Like you like, and Sam is a guy I feel like you could always call on, dude, whenever you need him. ASAP, son. Great thing about actors, and it was a debate going around about that, about method actors kind of like being, I won't say bad actors, or like being able to be too much or overrated. I sort of say I don't think they're overrated. I just think that if I know, it depends on what film you're looking for too. Like biopics and shit like that. Oh hell yeah, I'm going to a method actor. Like motherfucking what's my boy name? Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Another one, probably the best method actor. You know what I'm saying? The shit that he's done with what's my man, Billy the Butcher in Gangs of New York, or you know what I'm saying, playing Abraham Lincoln, like just the depths, or just his role in There Will Be Blood, like
that was crazy.
That dude was oh
wild.
my god, yo.
Yeah.
That was a role for your ass. Like, I don't even know how do you even get to that energy that he felt like that was a whole nother person, bro.
Blacked out.
Like that was different, man. But that's why when I think of method acting, I think of him. That's the bar. You know what I'm saying? Or even
Heath Ledger.
What's my man? Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
But you know who's right in the middle, I feel?
Who's
right
that?
in the middle? Leo. But he's right in the middle. Like he can give you that but also if you need him for like, and I feel like it's a little bit earlier, Leo too. If you need him for any type of role, yeah, you got him, bro. You get Jack. You get What's Eating Gilbert Grape. You got what's fucking shit. Catch Me If You Can. But I think when you got to Catch Me If You Can is when you started to get into
that
those.
method.
Yeah, once you start getting with them goats,
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg and Quentin. No, you got Quentin later, but you who was Martin Scorsese? Like, all right, yeah. But even with Departed, I don't think that was a big method acting role. I feel like just he's playing a cop. I don't think that's too hard.
Yeah, he was just a Boston.
You just had to be in Boston for a little bit. Yeah, you just had to pick up the
Go
accent.
hang out at a couple pubs for a quick second.
Let Mark Wahlberg show you the city and shit.
Straight
like,
up. Yeah, man.
But speaking of Mark Wahlberg, you wanna let the people know what we're gonna be getting into?
Yeah, for sure. So listeners, we're gonna drop next week, this time on Mondays, once a month. And our next episode, we will be showing Daddy's Home 2. Daddy's Home 2. Featuring Mr. You Can't See Me, John Cena.
Another Massachusetts legend.
Facts. So once again, our podcast, we're going to focus on movies, TV shows, any cinema that doesn't feature, that has a professional wrestler in it. So in the comments down below, make sure you give us some suggestions, because we got a long list. I know I got some. I know Ari got some of some TV shows, movies, and other media with some of our favorite wrestlers. And we're going to break the show down. We want y'all to watch it going into our podcast. That way we can all compare notes. And once again, like we talked about at the beginning of the podcast, relive that community experience of watching something all together, making fun of it together, enjoying it together, all of that stuff. So, yeah, man.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Can't wait to do that, man. Like you said, man, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be very interactive. So, like I said, we put the reviews out. We give all that stuff. We really want to know y'all thoughts on these films too. You know what I'm saying? Chat it up with us. You know what I'm saying? Let us know some of y'all favorite films, especially after this joint. Let us know what some of y'all favorite films. What's some of y'all hot takes in the movie and in movie TV industry? What's some things that y'all like or dislike that's going on in the movie world right now? You know, we got strike has just ended. 2024 about to be crazy. What's some movies you looking forward to?
Facts.
Let us know, man. More things to talk about on the next show, man. So tap in, man. Let us know what's going on. Let us know how y'all feel about this first episode. And you already know, man. Four Corner Cinema. We out here.
We out. We're going to see y'all next week once again, just in time for Christmas. Ari, you got your Christmas shopping done?
A little bit. I got to get my last bits done.
Okay.
Nobody hear that.
Yeah.
But gotta get my last bits done. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good Christmas. I got my little tree up in my room.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to, after already peeking, getting a little sneak peek of Daddy's Home 2, I'm about to just go and watch some Christmas movies for the night, man.
No
I'm
doubt.
about to watch me some. What I always start with is I gotta watch my Christmas Carol. Gotta watch Christmas Carol. Disney Christmas Carol at that. Gotta watch everything.
I feel that.
Scrooge McDuck. That's my boy.
Did you see that what's that movie with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell? Did you see that called? Christmas movie?
Nope, I didn't.
Didn't.
What was it called?
It was actually pretty good. Man, what?
That is a dream team.
Yeah.
Type of casting right there. Oh, I think I remember this. Spirited.
That's
this
it.
Was on Netflix.
That's it. And it was like a musical. That's what threw me because I didn't know it was a musical.
Though.
I didn't know it was a musical.
This is right up their alley.
Yeah.
This was Apple.
Apple. Yep. It was on Apple. Exactly.
That's why I didn't see it, but I will still catch it though.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna actually watch that tonight.
All right, so listeners, you got a week to watch Daddy's Home 2. In the description, we're gonna put where you can actually find the movie. I know it's on a couple streaming platforms, and we'll do that moving forward. So we'll see y'all next week for episode 2 of Four Corners Cinema with Ari and Adrian. Y'all have a wonderful week. We'll see you then. Peace.